Cooking. I didn't have it up a second ago. So anyway, we got the net rolling. This is the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Did it again. Got carried away with the time. Anyway, right now you can look on the screen on the radio, and you can see me in the surface of my radio screen. You can see what's going on. That's what you can see. You can also, that's at K4PEW. That's K4PEW in the search block for YouTube. You can also go to 146415.net for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io. That's put MJSS in the groups.io search block, and you'll come up with our net schedule. You'll also see you can sign up for the email system, which is just a reminder system, and also you can buy, sell equipment there, ask technical questions. Pretty good resource. There's 200 or so people there. All hams, at least I think they are. Some of them don't identify themselves. They're secret. Or, let's see, where else was I? Oh, yeah, you can send me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. If I don't know the answer, I'll forward it to somebody who does. That's probably more likely going to happen. The net normally starts at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And, of course, tonight we're doing the starting of the net on 146.415 FM. And then we're going over to 144.240 on upper sideband. That's 2 meters upper sideband. And then to 50.135 and 6 meters upper sideband. And then over to 223.415 on the 220 band. It's a secret frequency, so please don't tell anybody. We already had 3 good nets on DMR, D-Star, and C4FM. So if you're not getting on the air with your one of those 3 modes or all 3 of those modes, even if you got a handheld, you hook it up to your big antenna, an outside antenna preferably, or climb up on the roof. I don't advise that. But do hook it up and give it a try, because we've got people strategically located everywhere in Wilson, Davidson County, so they should be able to hear you. Is there anybody? Let's see. All right. Yeah, purpose of net is to have fun, so to figure out what you can hear, what you can't hear. And we also learn a little bit of ourselves and the other people on the net as well. It's kind of like a talk radio, getting to know each other. Announcements, we've got the 19th is the Ham Fest in July. It's 2 months away, but don't want you to forget about it, because it's the 10th anniversary of the Ham Fest. I was involved in the first one. I'll just say involved, because I'm not sure if that was good or bad. Does anybody have any? But besides, oh man, I'm stuttering today. How about tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, Sunday at 7:30 p.m. There's a 10-meter net on 28.415 upper sideband. It's a tri-mode net that Mike does, KM4YRF, and it goes from sideband to 10 meters on FM, and then it goes to 10 meters on C4 FM. Only tri-mode net that I'm aware of, anyway. That we're aware of. But that's enough. That's all we need. Me and Mike aren't aware of it, then it doesn't exist. But anyway, give it a try. Even if you don't have all 3, jump in there on the sideband. And, well, if you need a loan to get a radio to do the other 2 modes, but 2 radios, actually, just let me know. I can always tell you no. Let's see, any other announcements? All righty. I have some, my hand switch was intermittently not working, or working, just intermittent, one or the other. Sometimes it did, and sometimes it didn't. So I got my foot switch, and I'm not used to using a foot switch. So if I goof up, just cut me some slack, because my foot doesn't always listen to me. let's see, where were we? Oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start. This is net number 1,111. We're starting from the north, but first we're going to be taking check-ins from first-time check-ins, people short on time, and people mobile. Please come now.
KN4, WY4G.
Hold on one second, Jeff. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Hold on one second. We had KN4 TJF. That's right, isn't it? Isn't that your call, Rick? TJF?
KN4, TJF.
Yeah, very good. I got you. You sound pretty good. A little rough, but I hear you. Good copy.
Yeah, we got a little noise behind you, but man, the copy's pretty good.
You know, you really should show up at the breakfast because your brother was bad-mouthing you the whole time. It was unbelievable.
You know what? I figured that. I got a trick for him.
All right, very good. Now, it was all a good breakfast. I'm sorry you weren't there, but I know it's a long drive, and we don't pay mileage. You know the deal.
Yeah, when I start making the big bucks, I'll come every week.
Yeah, very good. I'm with you. I spend more on groceries than I do on the four breakfasts a month.
I hear you. Well, thanks for what you do, man. Thank you for checking me in.
Very good. That was Rick, Ashland City, up in the mountains. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Jeff, how are you doing?
Okay, Paul. WY4G. I couldn't hear Rick, so I came over and double with him. I apologize, but I'm just going to be getting in and out here. I've been up for a while, and I want to be able to go and check in about falling asleep and not hear you at all.
Nah, you're doing fine. It was no big deal. And nobody ever, I don't know anybody who purposely doubles with anybody. So apologies really aren't necessary. I hate to double when I'm in the same boat as you are. You feel like you stepped on somebody, you know?
Well, I couldn't hear him. I mean, it's I can't hear him on Tuesday nights when I do check in on the on that Aries net, on that Cheatham County Aries net. Of course, he's going through a repeater, but it's about the only time I can hear the guy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Well, he's in a rough spot, and Madison isn't in a good line from where he is in Ashland City, I don't think. We can hear him over here, but you can't over there.
Yeah, probably just terrain, blocking the signal or something.
I'm sure it is. Anything good for the net before you go to bed?
No, that's about it, Paul. So I'll let you carry on. So 7-3, WY4G.
Yeah, very good. That was Jeff. He's in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, always with a good signal. Who else is short on time mobile or first time checking?
KK5S. EOS.
All right. I caught KK5S, and we'll come back to the other one in a second. That was Carrie. You didn't make the breakfast this morning, man. We were all in mourning. We didn't know what happened to you.
Yeah, I've been on workcation this week, and the slave driver says no play until the work's done.
Well, that sounds more like a union job. Is she the union steward, too?
No, we took this week off. The intent was to replace all the siding on my garage, and we got one wall done this week just because it's such a messed up situation.
Yeah, well, you know Murphy's Law. It's always bigger, more work than you intended.
Just having the half of it demolition, and the rain Monday and Tuesday. Of course, we flooded again Tuesday night.
Oh yeah, man, we got some serious rain. That must have bothered you a lot.
Yeah, it's just a big mess. So trying to get everything done as quick as I could, and just jumping in here to say hello and get out of everybody's way.
All right. Well, you're getting out of the way. That was Kerry, Kilo 5 Sierra, dealing with water problems on the ranch over there, and on his vacation, no less. All righty. That was Kerry, and he's in Baird's Mill. That's where he is. Who else is a short on time mobile or first time checking?
KO4 OTV. That's first timer.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one second there, Joel. We had a first timer. Give me that call again, please.
This is Marshall, Whiskey 4 Echo, Oscar Sierra.
All right. Whiskey 4 Echo, Oscar Sierra. And the first name again, I'm sorry. Mitchell, did you say? Marshall. That's what you said.
Marshall, like Marshall Dillon. I'm in Hartsville, Tennessee.
Man, you've got a great signal. You got an antenna way up there in the air?
It's about 30 feet up. Just a little cheap Amazon vertical.
No, it's doing a great job for you. we've had other people check in, and usually that's not. Sometimes it's not too good, but sometimes it's a conditions thing from Hartsville because you're not real. You're about, I'm going to say 30 to 35 miles from me, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I used to work in Mount Juliet, so that's, yeah, 30, probably 35 last night.
Yeah. Anyway, which radio are you using?
This is my first time on a Yaesu FTM 150. Just came in the middle of the day.
Oh, very good. I'm not familiar with that radio. Does that also do the C4 FM?
It is not digital, and I'm not sure what all it does yet, but it's strictly analog. I've only had my license for less than a year, so I'm building my toolbox.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I thought when I started 20 years ago. Now I got too many radios.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I understand that.
Yeah, it's like we were talking at breakfast this morning because we meet every Saturday at Golden Corral there in Hermitage, and we were mentioning about too many radios, and he goes, "It's the same with guns. You can't just own one."
Yeah, in fact, I tried to get on this one here a couple other times with a little 5-watt handheld on the same antenna, but it just didn't. I could hear y'all, but you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, no, you're doing a fine job now. In fact, I just noticed that the conditions just changed a little bit, where you got a little bit rougher than when you first came on. So the conditions are changing. Well, they're good. Like I said, because sometimes Hartsville I can't hear very well.
Well, I'm on a little bit of a knob here, but there's a lot of ground. Probably, I think there's some little ridge that's between you and me. You're right here now, Juliet.
Yep, yeah, I'm right here, almost at the intersection of I-40 and Mount Juliet Road.
Well, copy that. So yeah, that was just a little introduction for me. I was a novice when I was a kid, 14, 15, and let that slide, and just got my technician last summer and moved to general a few months ago, and having a blast.
Oh yeah, well, it's ham radio is supposed to be fun. This isn't a job. It's not a required thing to do. So we have fun just getting together on breakfast, and we get to have fun getting on the air because that's what, to me, that's what ham radio is supposed to be, fun.
And this is K4 PEW, is that right, Paul?
Yes, that's correct. Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey.
Okay, yeah, we do a breakfast out here at the Early Bird in Hartsville every Saturday morning too.
Oh, that's great. No, I like it. I like it when, again, I used to manage a fairly big organization, engineering association down in Florida, and we used to hold. At one point, we were holding 2 dinner meetings a month, and I used to tell them is that the reason we're called an association is because we're supposed to associate with one another.
Yeah, Paul, that's absolutely true. And well, thanks for taking so much long go on with me. I'm gonna go ahead and step aside and let somebody else get in here. It's W4 EOS.
Very good. That was Marshall. First time checking on our net. Whiskey 4 Echo Oscar Sierra. He's in Hartsville. Big signal, too, for Hartsville. It really is good. Need to get more Hartsville people to jump on the net if you can, Marshall. Anyway, who else is next? First time check-in or short on time or mobile?
Kilowatts before Oscar Tango Victor.
Oh, that's right. I almost checked you in twice. What's happening, Joel?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm short time. I've got family in this weekend. That's why I haven't been on. But we were sitting there talking about the destroyer that you're on. I was looking at the map showing my father here of all your on your submarine. Do you know the name of it by any chance?
Of which one?
The destroyer, the submarine you were on, I think.
Well, I was on a destroyer. I spent a whole day on a couple of submarines, but that was just training stuff. But no, our ship was called the Miles C. Fox, FOX.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on the submarine. When I was looking at the map, I was showing them all your travels from 68 to 72, showing them how far you traveled.
Oh, it was a ways. It was again. It was in. It was actually what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different deployments. Yeah, so it broke it up a little bit. I mean, we had one year we almost went nowhere because we were in the shipyards for a while, and but with the other 3 years, we made a mess of things going all over the place.
Okay. I didn't know how it all went down, but yeah, I thought that was pretty impressive. And I remember you showing the map on Veterans Day last year, and I was kind of going through my emails trying to find it, and finally found it. And he was asking me what the name of it was, and I couldn't remember for the life of me. But I guess you clarified that for me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just in fact, as a matter of fact, I was looking something up of historical value I hadn't thought of before, and in World War II. Now, the ship I was on was built near the end of World War II, and it was commissioned in March. In fact, March the 20th. Well, that's almost today. Almost. It was this week. In 1945, before the war ended. And of course, the war ended in Japan in whatever it is, June or July, I forget. But anyway, so I said, wait a minute. How many of I know about how many of our class of ships? It was about 45 of our ships, even though there was a total of 99 that were built, but they didn't make it before the end of the war out of the shipyards. So 45 ships, and ours was one of them. And then it was involved in mostly the occupation of Japan. And I wondered, I go, wait a minute, I know the other classes. I said, how many destroyers, just destroyers, U.S. destroyers were in World War II? And the one that preceded ours was called a Fletcher class destroyer. You can look it up. And that one, they built the more Fletcher class destroyers, more destroyers of any kind. The U.S. made more than any other nation on the planet for World War II. And the total of the 5 different destroyers, some of them were built in the 30s, most of them built in the 30s and 40s. Well, they all were. There was over 400 destroyers in World War II, if you can imagine.
Oh, wow, that's very impressive information. I had no idea about any of that. Oh, cool. I've learned something. Yeah, we're going to look that up. And I appreciate you telling me all that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, there was one more that stuck with me when I was looking at something just years ago. But I had the data for all of the ships that were in World War II, at the end of World War II. They're the ones that survived, because we lost some. There was 99 aircraft carriers in the U.S. fleet at that time.
Wow, that's impressive. I would have never thought it was that high back then.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. If you ever look up just a list of ships or how many ships, U.S. fighting ships were in World War II, you'll be astounded. It's like looking up how many planes that we build in World War II. That's astounding. I mean, when we want to build something, now when we want to build something, we call it China.
I think that's true. We were talking about that earlier. It's like everything's made. God made the world, but everything's made in China.
It seems that way. Yeah, we let them, though. I mean, we actually said, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. And then American companies all started moving their plants over there. It's unbelievable, really, how many plants. I worked for a few of them. They also had plants elsewhere, but they built plants in China because they could make them cheap there.
Well, that's very impressive, and I appreciate you with all that information, Paul. And I won't keep you. I know you got a little ways to go on this, but yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And all that took place. I had no idea there was that many.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. When you just look at the stats, you won't believe them. I mean, it's like you can't believe there's that, because you also look about the non-fighting ships like the Liberty ships and the Victory ships and the Liberty ships, the ones that transported materials. I forget how many there were, but it's 200 or 300 of those freighter type ships, and they weren't little. They're like 500 feet long. Anyway, I'll let you go. That was Joel, KO40 TV, taking an interest in some military history and American war history. And he's west of Ashland City, out in the woods. Who else is out there? Short on time mobile or first time check-in before we move on? All righty, we're going to start from the north. Who's out up north?
Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar November, Danny.
Oh, wow. You had so somebody chewing you out in the background?
It's Jim R.S. Net.
Ah, okay. I heard a female voice in the background. I didn't think it was your wife talking over you. That would be real rude.
No, I couldn't reach the bar fast enough to turn it down.
No, that's all right. Everything going good for you, Danny?
Oh, yeah. Everything's good.
I heard you say on the other net that you had how old's the baby that you had with you today?
He's a year and a half. He'll be 2 in October.
You lock him out of the shack when he's there?
No, not totally. I mean, he don't come in here the whole time, but, he comes in here and sits on my lap and sits and stares at everything.
Yeah, 1.5. That's when they start to learn to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that's great. Is he a good kid?
Oh, yeah. He's good.
Oh, that's great. Yep. My youngest is what, 30? He'll be 39. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. No, he'll be 40 this year.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I still have him on my lap when he comes over.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else for that, Danny?
No, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, very good. That's Danny. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November in Station Camp. Write that down, Michael. Station Camp. Who else is north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
Hello, it's Dan, right?
Yeah, in Hendersonville.
Yeah, no, I was trying to making sure I had it right. I always try to make those connections. I'm getting older. It's amazing what happens when you get older. Let me tell you, it's not fun when your brain says, "I don't remember that," and it's something so simple.
Yeah, I'm kind of following you close on that too. So yeah, I understand.
No, it's disconcerting. I saw it happen to my dad too. I normally would ask him something, and I go, "Hey, what happened?" And I'll talk to something maybe on family history, and I go, or who was related to who, and he'll go, "Well, go ask your mother. She knows."
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mom will know.
Yeah, my mom always did too.
Yeah, no, it's doing well over here. Your signal's coming in great over across the great expanse of the lake.
Yeah, very good. We don't need it to go too big though, man. I don't know how they controlled that water in this last series of rainfall, man. They're doing a good job.
I tell you, was the other day I was driving by and it looked like dirt. It didn't even look like water. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen the Mississippi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that, did it?
Exactly.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure that's true because all the runoff, man. Just think how much dirt there really is that goes into that waterway.
Oh yeah, especially with all that rain we've had. It's just That's just, usually I see it and I can see it sparkle a little bit as I go by, but nope, looks like a dirt road.
I'll bet you even the fish in there got periscopes.
Yeah, they're probably down there choking on the bottom.
No, it's funny. Somehow they get along. I don't quite get that, but in that murky water, but they do. Anything else for the net, Dan? You really have a good signal tonight.
No, I got a old J-pole antenna that a friend of mine made when I was in the fire department. We used the 146 something, I don't remember, and he gave me that for that and scanners. I've had it for years, and I put it up, and it seems to do a great job. It's kind of below the roof line, so they can't see it in the HOA.
Oh yeah, I know. Good old HOAs. You have an HOA. Do you have to pay a fee to be in that HOA?
Oh yeah. But you know that they mow the lawn for us, and we got the pool, and it's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, there's some obviously there's benefits, but having an antenna that's out above the roof line is not one of the benefits.
You know, no one's ever bothered me. I'm going to paint it gray, and I'm going to put it up on the peak and see if anybody says anything.
I'm guessing they won't because the odd part of it is I know from long years of experience on doing stuff on buildings, almost nobody looks above the main floor. They never look up. Nobody looks up.
Yeah, that, and I think, as long as you don't have a 40-meter beam casting shade over the entire subdivision, I don't think they mind.
Yes, as long as you don't have a tower that casts a shadow on somebody else's windows.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, very good, Dan. Anything else?
No, appreciate you in the net.
Very good. That's Dan in Hendersonville, Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Mike, India. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
How's that scanner antenna working for you?
Well, the discount is still up there, but it's not connected to a thing. And I've got a piece of cable laying here on my desk, but, I got to keep it handy in case I need it.
Oh, I think I'd have it hooked up just so you could do scanning on whatever you want to scan, because it's really a good antenna for receive.
Yeah, well, I got about 6 or 7 antennas on the tower, so I got plenty.
So you really have already 6 spares.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, it's finally drying out over here, but I guess it looks like we're going to get more tomorrow.
Oh, man. I didn't realize that. I put off mowing the lawn today so I could do it tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I normally have a guy that comes and mows, and he basically took last week off. And he does mine and my neighbor lady, who is about my age. So I got on my little John Deere yesterday and mowed about 3 acres, and I'm paying for it today.
Well, 3 acres is a lot. That must have taken you, gosh, that must have taken you close to 3 hours.
It did, a little over 3 hours by the time I got done.
Took just 30 minutes to get off of the mower, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I ran out of gas about halfway through and had to come home and fill the tank up from my can. And I got home and shut the mower off and went to get off of it, and nothing wanted to move.
Yeah, now I know what you're saying. I have that same problem. Just even if I'm sitting any length of time at somewhere, I go, oh man, I can't believe I got to get up. Anyway, but that's just the nature of getting old, I guess. The joints, they say, no, I'm not moving. Anyway, anything else for the net, Mark?
Nope, nothing for the net. And a groan goes every time you get up. That's just part of it. So anyway, carry on. I'll be listening. WB0NOR.
Yeah, I'm going to put, you know how in the hospitals they have those overhead handles, you know, that they hang from the ceiling that, you know, help you move in the bed. I'm going to put one of those up over every chair I use. That's my answer. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. And he's in up by the beach by what is a huge lake now, muddy lake, and Mount Wilson County, Northwest Wilson. Who else is north?
And at HC.
Hello, Mr. Hendersonville. How you doing?
Pretty good. I was doing some yard work today. One of the neighbors had a little too much fun, so I kind of had a hangover for some of the day. But I felt better, and I was mowed the lawn yesterday, but I was doing a bunch of weed whacking and getting a bunch of stuff like that done. I figure waiting for the rain to come in tomorrow. It's got to be done. I only got a third of an acre, but all I got is a push mower, so it takes a while.
Yeah, I have a new neighbor that's living next door, and they've been there. I just met them briefly, you know, just waving at them, etc. But they didn't come over this way. And then I finally got to talk to him. They were out for a walk, and talking to him, and he goes, "Well, you can tell we were gone for 10 days, and because the lawn wasn't mowed." And I go, "Well, just let me know the next time. I'll mow your front lawn. It's not that big a deal." I went, "Wow, that's nice." I go, "No, it just because it was about a foot tall, you know."
Yeah, it happens fast. I'm going to Lake Erie here in a week for about 10 days, so I don't know. I might have a little bit of mess to come back to, but there's no HOA here. I let things go too long, had too much junk in the fire. They had the city contact me about codes. They left me a letter and stopped by.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I had that happen to me once as well. Where are you going on Lake Erie?
We're going to Port Clinton. My brother's got a boat. We're going to do some walleye fishing up there. So you got Port Clinton, Ohio, and there's the islands too. They got Middle Bass and Putin Bay. I used to, when I lived in Ohio, my wife's dad had a condo there, and we would stay in Port Clinton quite a lot. That was a lot of fun.
Oh well, yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I'm familiar with Lake Erie. We used to, Buffalo's right there on Lake Erie. Is a corner of the river in Lake Erie, and of course we were often went over to the Canadian side there to Crystal Beach, if you knew where that was.
No, I don't. Yeah, Port Clinton is. They got Putin Bay. They call it the Key West to the north. It's like I'd say, getting not too far from Toledo. If you kept going, you get to Toledo. So more like getting to be northwest Ohio. And they got Putin Bay is a big paria, although it's people are getting in trouble there. It's too much for me. I'm too old for Putin Bay. But then they got Kelly's Island, which is more of a wineries and cruising around in golf courts and exploring stuff. And then they got Middle Bass, which is the fishing island. They got ferries if you don't got a boat to go to all those islands.
Oh, cool. Must be a busy place.
In the summer, yeah. We used to go in the winter sometimes, and it was really serene. Like a lot of times, the islands pretty much were you had to fly in, and only a few locals stayed there all the time. But there was a school on all the islands, so there are year-round residents. But we would go to Port Clinton, the condo in the wintertime, and only about 1/3 of the restaurants are even open. It's all locals. It had a totally different feel, but it was like this stark. I don't know. It's fun in the wintertime too, but very different, very dichotomy between the summer and winter.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that area. That's pretty neat. Well, Lake Erie, when I was a kid, it was dead. Yeah, there weren't that many people even fishing. In fact, the game commission said, "Don't eat the fish."
Yeah, I'm glad they got it cleaned up. And we've never been. We usually go to Canada, but we couldn't make Canada work this year. So I know we're going to be doing a lot of trolling for walleye. My brother went with a captain that takes people out and learned Lake Erie a couple times exactly what to do and how to fish there, because it's very different than the fishing we did in Canada. northern pike and waller. We did that every year, last year too. But this year we just it didn't work out with the timing. We would have gone when there wasn't when bass season wasn't up. We couldn't have kept bass, and that's one of our mainstays. So we weren't going to accept that.
Oh, cool. I'll have to look that up. I'm not familiar with that area, but it sounds nice. Well, very good. That was Hayes. Anything else, Hayes?
I don't have anything better. So I could say a bunch of stupid stuff, but I'm not going to, man. So K4PEW. Hey, this is N8NHT Paul. We'll make it to the breakfast again here one of these times, and I'll say back to that.
Very good. That's Hayes in Hendersonville. November 8, November Hotel Tango. Who else is north?
KN4ERI.
Hello, Eric. It was good to see you this morning. There was a double in there, so hang on, whoever that other person was.
Yeah, great seeing you and rest the guys at breakfast. That was always awesome, as usual. Didn't do too much today. I've been watching some videos on soldering since I was working on some radios and messed up on a couple of radios. So I'm working on my soldering skills.
Yeah, I'm with you. It is somewhat of an art, more as much as it is a science of doing it, but still an art.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I got a better soldering kit or whatever and a unit, and I bought a little thing to practice on, so I'm working on that, watching some videos, and I'm learning. So yeah, I'll be definitely better at it. So that's about all I did today. And I got 2 in, which is always impressive on a Saturday.
Well, the thing about all of those things like soldering and brazing and welding, which I won't even say I welded. I just made a mess of things. But soldering and brazing, when I had a shop at a hospital, and so they always gave the jobs to me because I seem to have a good feel for how things flowed and because really it's a kind of a feel that you get about what temperatures and how much heat to apply and when to do it, and it's kind of a neat thing when you do it right. It's an awful thing when you do it wrong, though.
Relay.
Yeah, go ahead, really.
Good evening. This is November 4 Romeo Tango Romeo. Recently overheard a transmission about a station that was wanting to do a quick check-in. I believe the last 3 initials were Sierra India Bravo. They just needed to get in for a quick check-in and check-out. I don't know if they're still available at any of those.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me grab Eric. Let me grab Richard here. He was there at the breakfast. Richard, you there? I don't think Richard can copy me.
He was trying to check him and Stephanie.
Okay, that's what we're doing. We're checking in Richard, KI4SIB, and KI4SOR, his bride, Stephanie. Very good, Richard. If you can hear me, I got you in there. And we're back to KN4ERI.
Yep, back to me here. So yeah, that's it. I'm working on some soldering, and yeah, it's kind of a neat skill. Kind of reminds me of drywall. It's like you think it'd be really easy, but it's more of an art form than anything else. You got to learn what to do and stuff.
Well, the beauty of all of the trades is if you don't know what you're doing, you can make a big mess of things.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sounds like someone doubled in there.
All right, very good. Let's wrap up Eric. That was Eric in Goodlettsville, Kilo November for Echo Romeo India. Who else was in there? Was there somebody else in there trying to check in? How about, okay, then anybody else north?
Comment.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Paul. This is Hayes. Hey, you said for me to let you know. Tomorrow we're doing the band is doing the runner, by the way, but only if it doesn't rain. If it rains, it'll be canceled.
And that's where?
Runner at the Runner in Hendersonville.
Ah, okay, very good. And that would be what time?
We usually go on around a little after 6, probably something like 6:30.
Well, okay, we're gonna pray for no rain because we don't need any more rain.
Yeah, if it rains at all, or if it's gonna rain, we won't play, so they cancel. So it looks like there's a chance it might be. I don't know, but yeah, thanks for the break. This is N8NHT. Back to that, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That was I asked Hayes because he's in a band and plays at the Rudder up in Hendersonville, and my wife wanted to hear he plays a sax, and she wanted to hear a good sax. I presume he's good because he says he is. Anyway, who else we got out there? North. All right, going to the west.
4, LB.
What were you doing? Coming in from the garden?
I was just, my buddies over here. We were just talking about the garden, though.
Okay, very good. Everything going good?
Everything's great.
Yeah. Today I was outside just with the dogs and walking around the yard. It's like it was trying to rain, but it never attempted. It was like 4 drops, and that was it.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't. Anything good for the net?
Nope, that's all. It was good to see your face at breakfast, though, and Harry, we talked about you.
I don't know if he's still there. He probably went to bed. That was Jack, Kilo Go 4, Indy, Lima Victor. He's in Donaldson. That would be in Wilson. I mean, in Davidson County. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in there. Anything good going for you? I thought I felt your aura at breakfast, but I wasn't sure.
I was over in the corner. I'm like Captain Flag. Nobody sees me come. Nobody sees me go.
So you could probably just pass right through one of them windows.
Yeah, but certain things I learned along the way in my shamanic travels in ayahuasca.
It's all good, man. Anything good for the net?
No, that's it. That's way too many people have checked in already, and that's just covering the north. So I don't approve. We got to cut down on these check-ins. KD4CV.
Yep, taking a lot of airspace up. That was Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's a short timer in Antioch. He hates to give up living in Antioch. I mean, he's not going to be able to sleep at night without gunshots going off. So, who else is west?
KC14,
Hello, Charles. You sound good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I had a question. How did your little talk that you had a couple of weeks ago go?
Oh, that was good. I was actually a little. That was in front of the Southeast DX, VHF UHF DX Society, and it was about 20 something there, I think, and it was at a hotel up there in Clarksville, and it was good. We had a good time. They seemed to be receptive to it. And I wasn't sure. They seemed to, they're a very technically oriented group, and I didn't know what all they talked about because I was only there. I got there just a few minutes before the presentation. And when I asked Robin about it afterwards, I said, what do you think? Is it good? I mean, do you think they appreciate it? He goes, well, they don't normally get presentations like that because it was nice, clearly presented about what Simplex was and how we did it here locally and our successes and failures and, just talking about how we do things. And they seemed to, I don't want to say I don't know if they were impressed or not. I didn't pass around a survey form, but I think they were entertained by it.
Yeah, are they normally HF oriented or VHF, UHF oriented?
No, I think it's all VHF, UHF, and moon bounce, and meteor scatter, and whatever else they can do. And again, when you get into that realm, some of the things they talk about a lot are things like logging programs and different technical things they got going on. So it's a little more. I would say it's a little less. I don't want to say friendly, but you know what I'm saying. It's a very technical group.
Yeah, they talk about like antenna gain and noise floors and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. All them silly things we don't care about.
That's right. But anyway, thanks for picking me up, Paul. You had a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one. KC4, thank you.
Yeah, very good. That's Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November, Quebec. He's in West Nashville. Who else is the West? All right, Dave the South.
KC4, thank you.
Hey, very good. All right, so you're getting all packed up and ready to go up to Western New York. Have you decided where to stay? And you're like, which side of the border?
No, we're still about 5 weeks out, so we're just wrecking ordering.
I know. The reason I say that is I didn't want to talk about it because I don't know how much they cost. But I'm guessing the hotels on the American side are a little cheaper because the ones that are on the Canadian side, they're overlooking the falls and the gorge. They're real pretty, and I think they get a little premium.
Okay, well, we can talk about that some other time. You got people waiting. KF4 kept you?
Yeah, very good. That's Tony. He's going to go see one of the 7 natural wonders of the world soon. KF4, KFQ, he's in Smyrna. Who else is south? All righty, over to the east.
KM4YRF.
Yeah, very good. I got you in there. Hold on one second, Jim. We got Michael in there, KM4YRF. He came in first. Everything going good for you, Mike?
So far, so good, Paul.
Yeah, I'm having to concentrate to put my foot on that switch because I almost never use that switch. I haven't used it in probably 5 years. So it's like, what's my foot doing today? It's like a different part of my, it's like out of control.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I'm telling you. In fact, I'm putting the wrong foot down. And I feel like I'm doing the hokey pokey here.
Well, at least you're turning yourself around.
I don't know about that. Anyway, anything good for the net?
No, that's all I got, Paul. Great net tonight. So carry on. KM for a while, all right.
It's only great because people check in. It's not me. Who else? That's Mike, by the way. Kilo Mike for Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He does that 10-meter net tomorrow night, 28. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jim. Hold on 1 second. I just want to say, Mike, 28415, upper side band, 7:30 p.m. Be there. He'll carry you through the rest of it. Jim, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Y'all went through the south so fast I wasn't able to get to the microphone before you landed up at the east. So sorry about checking in out of territory.
Nah, we don't have any rules about that. You can check in with the north if you wanted to.
Yeah, okay, but I like to uphold the tradition of representing the south as long as possible.
No, I get it. You know what I'm saying. We just do that so we got a delineation so everybody doesn't try to. Because if you, I'm sure you've been on nets, but they're going to check-ins and 5 people checking at one time. That doesn't work well.
No, absolutely not. Anyways, nothing to report. Still healing up with the medication, and I'm off of that. And just waiting for the joints and everything to get better, and the fingers start working. And I'm rehabbing the finger and able to go back to work. So next thing is riding a motorcycle.
Yeah. Which hand was affected?
Is my left.
Oh, yeah. That's an important one.
Well, even if it was the right, it's still almost just as important. But you don't realize how much you use it until you can't use it.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that. That's true of all of our body parts, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Other than that, that's all I got. Just happy to be here, and thanks for checking me in, Paul. Doing a hell of a job, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you. That was Jim. He's in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. 2 other. Great signal, by the way. He's got a nice beam pointed in my direction. Points it in other directions, too, but for the net, he's pointed at me. Who else is south or east?
Radio Tango Radio.
Radio 10. That's November 4 Radio Tango Radio, correct?
You got it. November 4, Romeo Tango Romeo. Good evening. Name's Wes, Whiskey Echo Sierra, Weston, Lebanon. And yeah, just checking in. I hate that I missed the earlier check-ins, but no news is good news on this end.
Oh, yeah, no, like I said, it doesn't matter. I mean, we don't stand on protocol here. I mean, we just, it's a casual net, and people can check in wherever they feel they have to. If they got to go, they got to go. Or they say, let me check in. Okay, fine. We don't have any. I've been on nets that over the years, and I just got off of them because they got really sticky about procedural things. And it wasn't an emergency net either. It was doesn't matter what it was, but it was like, man, get over yourself. It's just a net.
No, I know. I'm just an engineer at heart. But yeah, no, everything's good on this end. No news is good news. It was a very relaxing Saturday, and hope everybody who's on the net this evening is going to have a great Memorial Day. And that's pretty much all the traffic I have.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we do want to remember our people who went to battle with our enemies, and they passed away in the process, making them heroes of some sort. So yeah, I'm with you on that. People get that confused. It's not we're not here to honor veterans that day, which I am one, but I'm alive. So we're honoring the ones who passed away. Anyway, that was West, November 4. I'll get it right. Romeo Tango Romeo. I should remember that because it's Roll Tide Roll, and he's in Lebanon. And his name is West. Who else is east? Please come now. Anybody else, south, east, or north? We're almost done here.
Kilo India 4, Mike Charlie Delta.
Okay. If you checked in before, my memory fades on. Who is this?
Hey, Paul. Formerly known as KI4 Zulu Delta Delta. This is Cliff.
I'm now between Lebanon and Carthage.
Oh, cool. So you have pretty good antenna if you're out that far. How, like right in between?
Yes, sir. Got the ICOM 9700 with the, I want to say X6000, the tri-band antenna that goes with this radio.
Yeah, very good. You're sounding good. You must be in a good elevation where you are there between Carthage and Lebanon.
It's higher than I was when I met you when we first started the net there in Old Hickory. Then I migrated to Mount Juliet, Watertown, and now I'm out this way. It's a better elevation, but it is terrible terrain. All around me, about 360 degrees. There's nothing but hills and terrain, and I'm in a heavily wooded area, so I'm glad I'm making it tonight.
Yeah, I'm guessing that I've only been in Carthage once, and I was impressed by how small it was, and I said, man, this is great. I think everybody's going to move out there as the land gets so expensive here.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Man, he is 60 over to me.
Yeah, I know he's got a big signal. You're right.
Well, that's good to know. Awesome. Well, I'm about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet up this antenna, not very much. And my terrain and the wooded area is terrible. So it's great to know I'm getting out there a little bit anyway. Yeah, Paul, if you go down I-40, it's the Linwood Road exit to Charlottesville Ferry, Flat Rock Road, just right on there.
Oh yeah, very good. So you're closer to which? You're right between Carthage and Lebanon.
Yes, sir. About halfway to either one. I'm in Smith County, but it's like my street. It's Lover's Lane, so my mailbox and my property is Smith County, and if you look across the street, it's Wilson County.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're out in the hinterlands, I would call it. The land, because the land's cheaper out there, obviously, than it is here.
Yeah, kind of sort of no man's land. Smith County property taxes with a Lebanon address, so it worked out.
Yeah, that's great. Of course, I tell you, Wilson County's property taxes are still pretty low, but the property itself is pretty high priced these days. Anything else good for the net, Cliff?
No, sir. Well, I guess I can add for at least the summer, probably into the fall, my work schedule. The reason I haven't been on that in so long, I work nights probably since I think I met you and you started the net. For now, the next 3 or 4 months, I'm working weekdays with weekends off, so I can finally make the net. And I was so excited tonight when I went to the group page and I looked up Saturday night nets, and I was like, oh man, the Mount Juliet Simplex net actually happens on Saturdays, and I can finally participate. So that's all I have, sir.
Yeah, very, very good. That's Cliff, KI4 Mike Charlie Delta. He's over between Lebanon and what do I just say that was? He's over on the other side of Lebanon. I keep getting the name of that place wrong. Anyway, he's on the other side of Lebanon. But a good signal, probably, I'm guessing he's 25, 30 miles away. Close to that anyway. And he had checked in near the beginning of the nets 10 and a half years ago. So it's good to have him back. Who else is any place anywhere?
TE4TWL.
Hey, very good, Wes. Everything going good for you over there? Is it getting soggy?
Oh, I just got back from our graduation. So the summer has officially started. It rained in Murfreesboro. Did it rain up here?
No. It threatened to with a couple of sprinkles, but it wasn't even wet the concrete.
I'm on my indoor antenna, so I hope I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're doing great. Full copy. I wouldn't have been able to tell that. It's really good.
All right. GP1 is doing its work. Nothing for the net. KE4TWL.
Very good. That's Wes. He's over in Lebanon. Well, no, he's over in Possum Town. I wouldn't insult him by saying he's in Lebanon. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Anybody else? Any place anywhere?
Just on that page. West your 40S units over here, let you know.
Very good. Kilo Delta 4, Victor Uniform Whiskey. How are you doing tonight there?
Okay, yeah. I seen the radar earlier, and I was watching the little rain system coming out of Arkansas back down. It was kind of traveling southeasterly, and so it never made it up this far. It was kind of, I don't know, the edge of it was kind of sloped, the line, and I could see where y'all probably got hit with a little dab of rain, not much, but a little dab, but it was mostly kind of staying to the south. I was really surprised. Anyway, thought I'd check in and say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope it stay warm. See, it's going to get down in the 50s, I think, tonight. So, we go when summer finally clicks on. I'm getting kind of tired of these little cold snaps.
No big deal. I hope it gets down and we have a frost again.
Well, that would kill bugs.
No, that's all right. I was out in the yard today, not doing any work at all, and I just, oh man, it is so nice out. It's 72 degrees or whatever it was. It was just very pleasant being outside.
Yeah, I was out a couple of times today. It wasn't too bad. It's just now getting chilly out there a little bit. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'll hush up and turn it back over to you. Let's get some more checkups in, and soon, I don't know where you're going to next from here. So, anyway. K4VW, turn it back over to net control.
Nah, we have no idea where we're going. I think we already went around the compass, and now we're going to check in on the. Might just go in, head right into it without warning. We're looking for the dilly daddlers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater, chunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by aliens deniers, the flat earthers, flat earth deniers, flat earth, and scanner listeners on the moon too, the backside. SDR donglers, preppers, and the everlasting end times survivalists. Anybody meet that category? Scott must be on vacation. He normally checks in at that point. Scott and Laverne. But he didn't check in. So, last chance before we move over to 144, 240 on upper sidebands. Anybody out there? All right, that's where we're going. 144, 240. We'll see you there. Man, see how quickly I can get there when you got a pre-program. This is K4PW Net Control, looking for check-ins from, we're going to start from the north. Please come now. We got anybody from the north checking in? Okay, we got Hayes, November 4. Man, I can't even get my number straight here. It's November 4. Man, I got that all messed up. November Hotel Tango. How could I forget November Hotel Tango? Very good, Hayes. Appreciate it. You got a good signal. Who else?
It's November 8th, Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry. I screwed that up again. November 8, November Hotel Tango. If anybody's keeping notes, I should have known that. Who else is north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
Very good. Dan with a big signal out of Hendersonville. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India. Who else is north? Nobody else copying north?
KN4 ERI.
Yeah, all right, very good. As usual, a big signal out of Goodlettsville for Eric, Kilo November 4, Echo Romeo India. Who else? Yeah, very good. A little low signal, but I got a full copy on you there. The audio and the signal are very low, but still a copy. KD4VUW. Who else? Are you using the same antennas you use on 2 meters FM? I'm not sure you can hear me.
Carl, did you hear me, Paul? Which antenna are you using for upper sideband? Roger that. Did you copy, Paul?
Yeah, wow. It's because the difference in the signal strength is it's like 1/10.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying about you. Your signal was down. All right, Paul, carry on.
Yeah, equal opportunity insulting each other's signals. That was Colin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, and he's in Angeltown, Bethpage. Who else is north?
84 Juliet. I actually hear Colin tonight.
Oh, very good. So we had a conditional change, I'm guessing.
Yeah. You're about the same. Michael's the same.
All right, very good. You sound real good. That's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, and it's Danny in Station Camp. Who else is north? Is anybody copying anybody else?
Nope. I'm here when you get south again.
All right, we'll get there. You want to check in now?
Doesn't matter to me, I can.
All right. All right. We're checking in. We're checking in Jim, KE4TYJ, and he's pretending to be north, but it doesn't really matter. He's identifying as being from the north. He is. He's not from here originally, but he's a full-blooded southerner at this point. It's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. Who else is north? North or west?
KG4 LB.
Yeah, big signal out of Donaldson. It's Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else? West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah, sounds fantastic here on sideband. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else? West?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this ought to be the default mode for emergency communications. It's always good. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Big signal here into Mount Juliet from west Nashville. Who else? West? Oh, south. Anybody south?
Does Kilo Indy 4 Mike Charlie Delta count in the southeast?
Yeah, you can do that. Sure. Kilo India 4 Mike. I'm sorry, my foot slipped off of the switch there. Kilo India 4 Mike Charlie Delta, and that is I'll get it straight in my brain here because I already skipped over you. I'm looking it up, wasting my Mike Charlie. Oh, there you are. It's Cliff. How could I forget? I'm not used to the call. In fact, I just ran across your call sign the other day with a QSO card or a QSO request electronically.
Yeah, man, I've been waiting on like two or 3 years for that call. I keep looking up this guy, and for some reason, he keeps renewing it, KI4MCD, and it's not even his initials. I don't know why, but it came open a few months ago, and I snatched it real quick. But also for the net, this is the very first 2-meter sideband contact I've ever had. I get on the 144-200 now that I got this radio and this antenna pretty regularly, and I know I probably need a horizontal antenna, but I get on here and call. Of course, no luck. It's all silent, but it's my first 2-meter sideband contact, and I've really been wanting to get into more 2-meter sideband, and more I read about it and stuff. It's popular in a lot of the other places and everything. So I thought it was awesome you included it in the net.
Oh yeah, no, you'll be fine on vertical. You just won't get the same the same pattern out, because if you're trying to reach somebody farther away on upper sideband, you are going to need a beam. You don't need a huge beam. I mean, you can get out pretty good on sideband with a 2 or 3 or 4 element beam.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I think this is the like I said over on the other frequency. I think it's the Diamond. I think it's the X6000. If you look up this ICOM 9700 being tri-band, it comes with a triplexer, and you connect one antenna into it, which is weird. It's new to me, but it supposedly does everything. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, it's a learning process for all of us. Believe me, I even have to think about it. The simplest things that I used to do that I haven't done in a while, I got to think about them hard. Anyway, that was Cliff, KI4 Mike Charlie Delta. Big signal. Who else is, where was I? West? South? South, that's where I was. Over the east.
KM4YRS.
All right, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Of course, you have a big signal to me. You're only 2 miles away. Anybody else east? Did I skip going around somewhere? Did I do west? Yeah, I did. We're still on east then. East, please come now. Anybody east? I can hear voices in the distance, but I can't tell them what they're saying. Anyway, anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Please come now.
WB0LO.
Ah, very good. You found the mic, did you? Yeah, you sound good, Mark. WB0NOO. Anybody else? Well, we did real good with 13 check-ins. I think that's what the number is. We don't normally do that high, but we did good. We had 23 check-ins on 2-meter FM, and we had 13 on 2-meter upper sideband. And now we're moving over to 50.135, if everybody's ready for that. And if you'd announce that, Mike, we'll go from there. In fact, I'm going to give me a break. I don't think I changed my antenna connection, so I'm going to take a short 10-second break here. K4 PEW.
Roger that. Hey, Paul, when do y'all go to, all I have on this radio is D-Star. When do y'all switch over to that one? We did D-Star at 7:15. Okay, sorry about that. Late for the party. All right, carry on. Thank you. KI4NCD.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we do that. We do that every Saturday night. 7 o'clock is DMR on 146.460. 7:15 for D-Star, and then 7:30 for C4 FM on C4 FM. And it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. We're gonna go to 50.135. Well, we're gonna be there. Let me just go over there and we'll tune up in a second. All righty, here we are on 50.135, looking for check-ins from any place, anywhere. Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Very good. We got Mike, KM4YRF. Who else we got? Man, I need a preamplifier. Who was that, Mike?
I didn't hear anybody.
Who was that station trying to check in?
That was November 4, Victor Charlie. November 4, Victor Charlie.
Ah, very good. That's Alan, November 4, Victor Charlie. He's up in the Cottontown area. Very good. Appreciate you being there. I could just barely make out your voice, so I wasn't sure who it was. Appreciate you being there, Alan. November 4, Victor Charlie. Who else? All right. Somebody talking there?
Danny.
Oh, we got Danny. Dan, say that again. Man, I'm not copying. I just barely hear something in there. Wow, that's funny. Anyway, that's Danny, KD4GON. Who else? All right, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie, Victor Echo. Conditions aren't that great for 6 meters tonight, but I got you in. I got a good copy on you, but it's just very low on the audio there, Greg. Anybody else? Any place? Very good. Kilo Charlie 4, Tango, November, Quebec. This foot switch keeps moving around on me. I got to nail it to the floor or something. And he's in West Nashville. Who else is any place? All right, I got you in there, Jack. You sound pretty good. It's still a little low, and the conditions aren't that great tonight. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else? All right, very good. We got KN4ERI. Boy, we're having a real banner night here for 6 meters. It's not normally this big. Who else is run 6 meters? Please come now.
Oscar Mike India's in there.
Oh, Oscar Mike India. We got Dan in there in Hendersonville. Very good. That was KQ4, Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India, Dan in Hendersonville. Who else on 6 meters? I'm not copying anybody else. Mike, are you copying anybody?
Nope, silent.
All right, last chance to check in on the 6 meter net before we go over to the secret frequency. All righty. We had, I'll give you a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on, so that's a good number for 6 meters, I'll tell you. I'll have to look, but it doesn't really matter because I don't really keep, I don't have a running total. I have to go back and look at the pages, and I don't do that. Doesn't matter. Whoever checking in is checking in. So anyway, we had a good night. We'll catch you over on 220. This K4PEW is shutting it down and turning off the YouTube feed, and we'll catch you in a little bit. K4PEW. Bye.